Hello. So I've just driven down early morning to Birmingham, where I'm coming to an AI conference, understanding how AI can help move things forward in terms of making things easier, getting more done, and understanding technology without having a knowledge of technology, really. And listening to a podcast on the way down, it talked about AI and the use of Chat GPT. And I do use Chat GTP to get some inspiration of how am I going to do a talk today? How am I going to construct this? And it just struck me as to, are we getting our children to look at Chat GPT? Now, I know within universities and colleges, you can't actually use Chat GTP to do coursework or things like that. But to ask it a question, to give you a feedback, it stops you looking at a blank page. And for a lot of our children, it's, how do I start? I don't know how to answer this question. I don't know how to do this. So if we were to use Chat GTP in terms of how do I answer this particular question, or how do I start this question, put it in, it will bring you back a suggestion. And now we're no longer starting on a blank page. We can think, all right, now our creativity can start to work. And I think when we're looking at homework or any kind of thing like that, it is really potentially useful to acknowledge and accept how useful that could be to our children, as long as we know we're not going to copy verbatim, use it there, because not everything from ChatGPT will be accurate. We have to do our homework in terms of, is this right? That doesn't really quite sound as it should be, so maybe I need to just check on that and ask some more questions. But what it does do, it gives us a greater starting point rather than a blank page, because if we don't know how to start, then we can't move forward. I was speaking to my son yesterday, and he had on Tuesday go through an exam, and he hates exams and tests. And the first question, he said, was the hardest question on the paper. And he looked at it and he thought, I'm finished. I'm not going to get through this course. I do not know this answer. He took a couple of minutes and then he thought, what if I look at the other questions and see if I know the answers to these questions? And he went through until he found one that he knew for pretty certain that he could answer. And he says, the reason I did this, Dad, is I wanted to get a flow. Once I got a flow and I got the hang of what was expected, I could do it. And when I went back to the first question, it was actually quite easy. It's because I hadn't got a place to start. It was just difficult because I hadn't got into my flow. And I think Chat GTP will allow our children to get into the flow. So have a look at it, see how amazing it can be, and it is pretty instantaneous. It doesn't cost a penny. You can pay for it, but if you just go into the free version, there's going to be enough for your children to put in a question, or even for you to put in a question and give to your children to sort of say, right, let's start with this, and then let their brain get into the flow of where they need to be. Then they will start to do it from there. So I thought, since I was down at an AI convention, it'd be quite good to put this video in. So thanks very much, and we'll speak to you later. Bye bye.